Hi, this is Sherry Campbell with Energy Realty, and today I am so grateful to have a special guest with me sitting in my living room. Dee Skaggs is the founder of Guardian Angel Moms, and she just has such an incredible inspirational story. So I wanted to share it with everybody, all of our followers today, so that we can continue to help. And I just really want to start off with, in the wake of COVID, it was such a difficult year for so many. I was fortunate to run across Dee because we're really looking at how, as a company, we can start to give back to the community, and we were looking for a way to help families. And then when I heard Dee's story, I was just so inspired that she was able to take her personal tragedy and start something that she could actually help families and turn it around. So Dee, I just want you to share. This is just you and I talking about. I want you to tell our audience the story that you told me and why you decided to start the Guardian Angel Moms.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
You're
Sherry.
so welcome.
It's always, I always find so much honor and pleasure to be able to talk about my son. So thank you. My son, Baby Ray, what we call him Baby Ray because his dad's name's also Ray, passed away 3 years ago, 10 and a half months old. Prior to him passing, 12 days before, he actually stopped breathing while he was getting his diaper changed, and turned black and blue, went limp, and we thought maybe he had put something in his mouth while he was getting his diaper changed. So my cousin was changing his diaper. She handed him over to my mom. I was in the room when I heard an excruciating scream, and I come out running to the living room, and my mom has my son. She's bent over, and she's tapping his back. Nothing comes out of him. So she...
Such a tragedy.
Puts her hands and her fingers in his mouth, trying to check if something was lodged in there, and nothing. So we gave him a little bit of CPR, and he was able to come back to us. So in that moment,
it just makes your heart stop.
My
to think
world
of
stopped.
What you went through there.
My world stopped. I went crazy seeing my son, black, blue, limp. I immediately said, I have to get him checked out from head to toe. But prior to that, it's this feeling in me that something it was just, I can't explain it. Like something was wrong with him. Like if I wasn't going to have him for the rest of my life. So I would take pictures of his hands, his fingers, just, so maybe that was God letting me know, he wouldn't be here.
Yes.
But, so I got him to see, thank you, doctors, and everybody would say he's fine, and there's nothing wrong with him because he looked normal and he's cute as can be. And 12 days after that incident, he just didn't wake up one morning. And that day forever haunts me, waking up to my son. And I knew when I saw him that he was gone. It just took a while for me to be able to hold him and touch him, because I knew my fear would come true when I would feel him.
He was 11 months
He was 10 and a half months.
10 and a half months
old, yes. So he passed January 17th, and his birthday is February 28th. And so this day, it's rainy and windy, so when it rains and it gets like that now and then, my mind immediately takes me to that morning. So I struggle with a lot with grief and pain, but through all that, I found myself saying that I want to honor him, and I want for his memory to live, and for people to know that I have a son. Even though you may not see him, he's still here.
He's your angel.
He is my angel. So, oh my gosh.
It's okay.
So when he passed, I actually got a phone call within, I think, a week or two, and it was from Dr. Miyake, and she works at Texas Children's Hospital, and she's a cardiologist. And I'm thinking, why is a cardiologist, reaching out to me? And she said, the coroner let me know about your son and say, I have a boy here, and you might be interested. And so I said, okay, and I want to meet you. This was over the phone. So I get to Texas Children with my husband, and we started to talk, and I'm thinking, is something wrong with his heart? Did he pass away because of his heart? She said, well, we don't know. We don't know anything because he's still at the coroner, and they have to do an autopsy. So I said, okay. And they ruled out that it was they couldn't see anything else, so they just said it was SIDS. So to me, it's so hard to understand that my son was 10 and a half months old and passed away from SIDS, because they at that age they can roll over if they're not breathing, if they're suffocating, they know how to,
and
how to
SIDS is such a broad, it's, I think when they can't describe infant death, they just call it SIDS,
it's
right?
Sudden infant death.
Yes, sudden infant death.
So it covers, and don't quote me on this, but I think it covers over 60 different diseases that somebody could have, a baby. Mm-hmm. And SIDS does run up to the age of 1. So at 6 months, the risk goes down, but they do have up to the age of one, especially in boys. And so I said, okay, and in that moment, it's like something spoke to me. And this is the first time I had met Dr. Miyake, and I said to my husband, I want to open a fund. I want to do something in honor of my son, and I want to help out other families, get answers. Because when they told me he passed away from SIDS, I still have that hole in my heart, and I want closure. I want you to be able to tell me what happened, because it's, my mind goes all over the place. Like, did he really maybe choke on something? Was his heart not beating right? Was something wrong with his lungs or your brain? And it's answers that have been left unanswered. In that moment, I took that pain and that feeling, and I said, all these moms that don't have answers because financially they can't afford to pay for further research.
And I just want to say that as a mother and a grandmother myself, I've always felt like, and I haven't experienced that, the greatest tragedy for any parent is to lose a child. And for you to take that and to find strength out of that and to try to help other families is really what I find so inspirational. So
thank you.
I'm so amazed by what you're doing right now.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. There are days that I want to throw in the towel because my pain gets a little overwhelming, and but I say no. I don't have my son to hold. I don't have him to love on. I don't have him to celebrate any holidays or birthdays with him or just cuddle with him. But what I do have is the strength that God gives me to help other families.
And you've taken that further. So besides this foundation to help families that have lost infants or their child to the sudden infant death, you've also started this foundation called Guardian Angel Moms.
Yes.
And that's really, we're hoping to help you with both factions of that. But I know you and I have been talking. You have so many families out there. It's not about that, but it's about they don't have a place to live. They don't have furniture. They don't have any household goods. And I think sometimes we forget how fortunate we are just to have some of those that we think everybody should have. Yes. So tell us, I don't want to take away this story, but I really want you to share that part of it, of how you didn't just you aren't just trying to help families that lost a child, but you're doing so much more.
Yes. Well, in me, I feel that I look around, and not only do you see pain, because everybody has pain, whether it's the loss of somebody, whether it's, I can't financially help my family, my children are hungry. And I look around my children, I said, God really has blessed me. I have an angel that is my guardian angel. I have 3 other beautiful children, a husband, my mom, my dad, and financially we are okay. And I said, how many families out there need our help? And the reason why this all started was during COVID. My daughter went to Creme de la Creme in Town and Country, and the teachers were all laid off because Creme de la Creme had to close due to a flooding. I believe a pipe burst, and they just didn't open it. So I took my daughter to Learning Express, and we were looking around, and here she is picking toys, and I'm going to do this, I want this and that. I said, sure. And I look over and I see a former teacher from Creme, and she has her little 2 girls, and I recognized her. So I went up to her and I asked her how everything is, and I'm sorry about Creme closing. And she said, I'm going to be honest with you, Diana, I'm not doing well. Christmas is around the corner. Financially, we're not okay. And I sit back and I look, and the little girls leave a toy store empty-handed. And I said, oh my gosh, that can't happen. No.
You said not on my watch.
Exactly. I said, not while I'm here. That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I immediately ran, got them gift cards, ran out, and I said, here you go, here's gift cards. And in that moment, it just clicked. I found her on Facebook. I sent her a message, and I said, I'm here to help you. What do you need? And I didn't think about making this at that moment, like a group or anything. It was just, hey, let's just do it. I want to help her. And I saw a lot of people like to donate items on the memorial group, and I'm just going to post something asking for items. And the amount of donations that were given to me and the amount of people that responded to me, I was overwhelmed. I spent a week along with other 2 people that helped me picking up items from different homes in the surrounding area. And I'm like, oh my gosh, in that moment I said, this is what we need to do. Like, we need to help families. And I asked a simple question on the Memorial Info group on Facebook. I said, if I start a group about helping families, who all would be in? And I had to kind of like reread everything.
When was that? What date was that?
Oh my gosh.
Has it been
now you're testing my memory here. I think it's been a year, because we started with COVID, before COVID. So was
during lockdown.
During lockdown. I think that was actually before. So it's Christmas time when we did everything. So I probably want to say December of last year.
And you had, December of 2020, so it's May, so less than 6 months, and you have over 500 followers, almost 500 followers now.
Oh, yes.
And
almost.
how many families have you helped out to date?
Oh, my goodness. I was thinking about this last night. I said, I bet you Sherry's going to ask me this, and I need to think about it.
Of course I need to know this.
Yes, and the thing is, one of the biggest ones that we've helped was an apartment complex. And from those families, I would want to say at least from there was about 40 families that came. And I sent you some of the pictures.
Yes,
of them.
and we're going to share that. You guys can look forward to the slideshow.
And I have more coming too.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, I can't even keep track of the amount of people coming in.
Amazing.
But from there on, I've had, every week we do 2 families at a time that I post on my Facebook. But that's only what I post. But on the side, I have people always messaging me and saying, I have this item for you, I have this item for you. Even though you didn't post it, what you're looking for, would you like it? I said, let me find a family. Absolutely. So here I go. I'm texting away. I find a family, and there it goes. So 2 families that we post. And on the side, I would say at least we help 5 families a week.
That's a lot.
It is
Yes.
so much.
52 weeks in a year, that's a lot of families that
So,
you're helping.
and it doesn't necessarily mean that they will get in abundance, but those 5 families, one family might get 2 boxes of diapers. Another family may get clothing. Another family may get a pair of shoes for their boy. So I don't. I wish I would have the ability to give them everything that these families need all at once.
Where are you finding these families? Like, how do you get connected with them?
So Miss Rebecca is a lady that I adore, and she's an older lady. She knows my mom because they go to prayer group together.
Okay.
And she loves to give back to the community. She has a part-time job that she works twice a week. If I believe she babysits twice a week, and that's what she does. On the other part, she says, I need to be able to have my free time to get back to the community. If I work a full-time job, I can't get back. And she, I need to do this. I'm all yours. So with her group from church, all the families go to church and ask for help. And she's involved with that. So she says, hey, I have this family and that family. It just takes me one family that gets my phone number, and then this one family told this other family, and then this family told this other, and it just trickles on. And I do ask questions before, and I give items. I believe that there should be some requirements to get our help. I would like for them to show me that at least they're trying to to be better in life, as in a job. I'm not asking for them, if both parents are at home, that both parents have to work, because that does happen a lot in my families, that they don't, the dad works, but they cannot afford a babysitter or a nanny, so the mom stays behind. But with the income of the father, there's just not enough.
Yeah. And there has to be, we forget how COVID impacted so many families with job. Like you said, the creme de la creme teacher.
Absolutely.
She lost her job. So COVID has long-term effects. And even before that. And I think that, we live in America, and if you have always grown up where you've had a roof over your head and you've had food on the table, it's hard to see that there are families who maybe don't have some of those things that we take for granted.
Absolutely.
So it's nice, so wonderful that you're able to find those families and really make a difference in their lives.
Well, thank you. It's been such a pleasure to me to be able to help them to get any item, and when they ask me, can you get this for me? I'm like, I don't know if I can, but I will try.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes my posts are like, do anybody have a mattress? Because that's what people ask me for. And such a simple thing like a mattress that you think, oh, it's just a mattress, to them, it's everything, because their mattress are old, they're sleeping on the ground.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
I lived in Africa for a couple of years, and I had my bed was causing back pains, whatever. So the company, we were fortunate. The company would pay for things. So we got a new mattress, and we had a guard that was in front of the house. My son was 15 at the time. And so I asked the guard, I said, would you like my old mattress? And my son was going, Mom, that's disgusting. Why would you give him your old mattress? I said, sweetheart, he probably sleeps on the floor. This is a luxury for him. And I think sometimes, and we would not encourage people to give their discards, but we as a society, we recycle things all the time, right? Oh, I need a new bed, I need a new this, and something that we would want to give away or throw away could actually help somebody else. Absolutely. And that's really what we want people to keep in mind. Hey, I have new dishes. There's a family that could use your old dishes. It may be missing one plate, but it can make a big difference in someone else's life. And we live in, I think that the women in this area are usually very generous. Very. So we just want to help you spread the word.
Thank you.
Energy Realty, we're here. I told you before, we're available. You need us to come deliver stuff. You need us to come help a family out. Let us know. I'm helping to reach out to our resources. We know families that are moving all the time. When they move, they're going to be getting rid of some stuff. They may be donating it. So we want to be your resource here because, again, we're so impressed. So before we go, I would like you, because this weekend we're going to do our movie night and we're going to talk about you. So be prepared. We're going to prepare a wonderful slideshow of some of the families and the children that you've helped. But I want you to tell us anything else that you want to finish. And wait, no, it's your second son.
My second
Your
son.
second son, who you call your walking angel.
Yes.
It's his birthday.
It is.
Is it today?
Today is his birthday. He turns 1. We call him our walking miracle. And I won't keep you long with that story, but yes, I felt, like God was going to call him home because he started doing the same thing that my son did. Stop breathing, black, blue. So long story short, he ended up getting a pacemaker at Texas Children, and he's my walking miracle. So today he turns 1, and I honor him with every feeling that I have of love, and at the same time, I feel like I'm able to honor my angel because it's a boy and he's turning 1. So thank you for that. Yes, today is a special day.
So happy birthday!
Yes,
we're so happy. Yes.
I do want to thank everybody for everything that they have done for my group, and I can't take all the credit. I always tell people that when people are saying everything, they give me the thanks. I always say it's not only just me. I believe God puts us in this world to do better, and maybe this is my mission, but it's also all those 500 and plus people that are in my group that make this possible, because without your donations, this group would not be possible. So thank you for helping me.
So thank you so much. And I know that myself, I'm proud to be a Houstonian, because Houstonians are generous, and in times of need, we've seen it after Harvey, now COVID, and in your situation, when you ask, we step forward. Yes. And we're so happy to help out. But it really is, there are people like you. Someone has to take that lead and to start that mission, and you've done that. You've done it so well, and we want to help you to continue to do that. Well,
so
thank you for being here today.
Yes, thank you for having me. This was great.
And I got to give you a hug.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sherry.
You're so
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.